What's going on, everyone? So I recorded a auto Sunday actually because this Freebritney thing to me had got out of control. I was confused. I didn't know if it was, a publicity stunt from Britney camp, or was the fan reaching? Because, her fans came up with this idea. I really didn't know what was going on. And upon doing further research, I got really, really confused and concerned at the same time, because I'm like, if something's going on with Britney, the legend, the living legend, Britney Spears, I feel like somebody needs to help her. And being, a low-key fan, because I'm a fan of Britney. I'm not a huge fan of Britney Spears. I think that she's made, iconic music, iconic performances, iconic videos, and she's been very, very iconic in the pop world. At one point in her career, Britney Spears was the ideal pop princess. She was, the pop icon, and still is. She's very much so still a pop icon. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to incorporate my recording, because I never released it. So I had a lot of other stuff going on with the Tasha K and the Candice and, Chasing Atlanta and all that. I had all that going on. So I never got around to uploading my Britney recording to my pod show. So Britney spoke out yesterday, and was it yesterday? It could have been 2 days ago now. I think it was 2 days ago. But upon watching and reading the tweet, was it a tweet? Yeah. And just seeing it all across the media, all on Entertainment Tonight, and different people have spoke out about it. Zach talked about it on his YouTube channel as well as his pod show. It raised more questions for me, because I'm like, oh my God, what is really going on with Britney Spears? And I am more concerned now than I've ever been. What's going on, everyone? This is Top Music ENT Pod Show, and I'm your host, King Philippe. I love it. But I care more about Britney's well-being right now than anything. And I can't even remember my recording. I just know I had fun talking about Britney, as well as being concerned. I even talked about her latest album, Glory, and how overlooked it was by the massive. And I wouldn't even say overlooked. I'll just say how her label didn't properly promote that album. Britney Spears, when you think of Britney Spears, you think about the best promotion, the best layout, like the best videos. Like Britney Spears, there was one point in time when Britney was what Beyonce is right now, And the difference between Britney and Beyonce is that Beyonce allowed herself and demanded respect from her team, her label. And I think Britney was just so controlled from the beginning of her career to where she lost herself, and on the quest of trying to gain back her independency, she's been so controlled for so long. It's like it's almost impossible for her to have control on her own, if that makes any sense. But I'm just gonna play this auto, and then I'll come back with my closing thoughts on the whole Britney case, because I still feel like the hashtag Free Britney is still much so necessary, because Britney's not free, and I don't think she ever been free throughout her whole entire career.
This new information that you're going to release will it advance the story?
The new information, as soon as we verify it and are ready to release it, I think there's so much already involved in what the source revealed to us. I think it really just corroborates what he told us and lines up with what he told us. So I think it really just strengthens the many facts that he gave us.
So apparently, and I'm sorry, I don't know who they are. This is on Access, and the interview just started, and they was talking. But they some insiders who got a source that's on the inside, and they know about what's going on with Britney. Apparently, Britney has been held against her will, and whoever they got on the inside, along with these two girls, about to release some information, and apparently they got a lot of information, and it's not good. It's not good at all. Allegedly, this is what they're saying. I don't know. I'm just doing my research, and I'm bringing y'all along with me.
Powering off.
Allegedly, this is what they're saying. I don't know. I'm just doing my research, and I'm bringing y'all along with me.
Is she being exploited to, make the whole money machine, or make the whole machine some money?
Basically been exploited for her money to pay for these other people who aren't her, to live their lives while she is under very tight watch, very tight control. She doesn't have access to her own money. So it's that's what was kind of mind-blowing to us is, can you imagine working this hard, doing all of this, and not even having access to that money that you're making?
I really hope so. I really, really hope so. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know exactly the mechanisms that would have to happen in order for this woman to get her autonomy. But I really, really hope that the people who have done this to her are brought to justice. I think it's wildly inappropriate. I think it's a violation of a human being's civil rights. And I think it's a tragedy. And so the optimist in me wants to believe that the public pressure around this story and the growing sort of movement to free Britney will lead to her, finally emancipating herself.
Free Britney Spears.
Examples of the major control that she's been under. We found a Q&A session from backstage at the Ellen show where she's being asked questions through a Skype meeting, and her manager Larry's sitting right next to her, and she can't answer a question without looking to him. It's very, very controlled.
Yes.
So they're saying Britney Spears is her whole team, basically saying that her team dealing with the facility that she was in when, I'm guessing the mental stage back a couple of years ago, 11 years ago, when she was going through all of that. Because, I know at one point her dad was over her finance, and basically they're saying that Britney don't even have control of her finance, and she's still being controlled, and this was supposed to end a long time ago. Britney is perfectly capable and aware and good enough to, run her own life, but still she's being heavily controlled by her team. Old girl just said just then that they felt a Q&A, question and answer thing. Britney was doing a Skype at the Ellen show, and she couldn't even answer her own questions without getting the okay from her management team. And then a lot of people that have seen Britney out in public or something, or just came in contact with Britney, basically are saying the same thing. Britney is very controlled by her team, and basically saying that these people are really just using Britney as a puppet, to just keep bringing in the money while they spend her money and keep her basically sedated and held against her will. And I'll just say sedated because I'm not saying that she's medicated or something, because I don't know that, but pretty much you gonna have to medicate me or have me heavily sedated to hold me against my will. I'm just saying.
The interview gets cut, Carson Daly, back in the day, we found some old tweets of his where he was talking about how ridiculous it was, the stipulations that were put on in an interview with Britney.
Wow. I mean, by her even saying Carson, come on, Carson, we grew up with Carson. Actually, I met Carson when I was a really young boy in Ohio. Like, he was, I'm trying to remember exactly. But anyway, I met him, like I knew him, like, for a good, 2 weeks he was around. But that's a different story. But Carson, we grew up with Carson. And with her saying that, like, she basically just said that Carson complained about the requirements and stuff that came with doing the interview. Hold on. You know what? Studio stay busy, man. But anyway, I had to handle that. But yeah, she was saying that Carson was tweeting about how ridiculous it was, you know, the stimulation that was put on him just to have an interview with Britney Spears. And like, at first I was like, I believed them because I wouldn't be sitting here doing my research on it. And this is like going like really viral, and a lot of people are talking about it. But just to hear that from Carson, even though she said it was a while back, like, come on, Carson, our boy, we grew up with him too, just like we grew up with Britney and all the rest of them. Like, Carson, he was TRL, like, come on. Like, for real, man, free Britney. This is some bullshit, man. Leave Britney alone.
The person that it's about, so that you can have an objective opinion. And based on what Carson Daly was tweeting about and what we've heard from several people who have interacted with the team, not only are they seeing the interviews after and dictating what goes in and out, they're dictating every single time that Britney appears in person.
Wow.
The source did reveal to us that the team gets very nervous when she does live appearances because they're terrified and they can't control what's going to come out of her mouth.
But you know what? That really explains, like, Britney. And I never really thought about it like I'm thinking about it now. But even when the Glory rollout came out, you know, the promotion and stuff for Glory, which I felt like they could have promoted that album way better. She's Britney Spears. Like, come on. I know Beyonce is like the new queen of the world, but at one time, Britney Spears was that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, before a Gaga and before solo Beyonce, and this is coming from a diehard Beyonce fan. And even back then, I was a diehard Christina fan. I always chose Christina over Britney, but you can't deny the obvious, and Britney Spears was that girl, and still is. She's a international pop star. She sold millions. She's still Britney Spears, and it's like, even after all of, or when she's supposed to gotten herself back together and stuff, I was just thinking back now and just seeing how Britney, she's been very private and low-key, but when she's out and you see her, it's like, it's not the same Britney that we're used to seeing, you know? Like, even when she collaborated with Miley Cyrus, I wanted so much more, and now that they're bringing awareness to the situations, like, I can see, look at me now, let me keep on doing my research, because I don't want to just jump the gun. So let me throw the allegedly on this auto, so won't nobody be tripping, because I don't know still, but look like I'm leaning more towards the leave Britney alone, hashtag free Britney.
We want to, relay to her.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that we would like to relay to the person Britney Spears is a lot of people care about you, a lot of people believe in you, yes. A lot of people know that you're a fighter and you're a survivor. And a lot of people really just want what's best for you.
That is true. I can agree to that.
Facts surrounding the hashtag of Free Britney, specifically how it references the rumors surrounding Britney Spears and the reports of the pop star being held within a mental health facility against her wishes. For the record, we're not claiming to be the number one source of information here, but rather commenting upon the strange and confusing internet hoopla behind a very real and potentially serious situation.
Hey, that's me. Everything that they just said over at Miss Mojo, shout out Miss Mojo. We beef sometime, me and that particular YouTube channel, because when they do their little top 10 countdown, like I just watched one this morning. Okay, never mind. See, I get so thrown off. I just watched one of them one about Beyonce, and I did not agree with the best Beyonce live performance. But hey, shout out to Miss Mojo, because I like the channel when we can agree. But shout out to them, man, and everything that she just said. That's where I'm at, man. Like, I ain't saying that I'm the number one, actual person, because hey, I'm just sitting here trying to figure out what the hell is going on. So I'm checking out everybody's channel, trying to see what everybody talking about. I'm reading all the blogs. I'm on the internet. I'm searching. I'm reading all the news and stuff about what's going on, because I really want to know. Because if this is a serious situation, man, this is really, really sad and unfortunate for Britney Spears.
January.
Britney has been in the mental facility since mid-January. Of course, the statement yesterday said she entered last week. That is not true. She's been in there since mid-January.
So according to sources, Britney Spears Britney Spears Vegas residency was canceled. Yeah, I know I can't talk wolf it down. Was canceled according to sources. Her team released this statement on her Instagram saying that it was abruptly canceled because it was supposed to start in February, and it was canceled in January because of supposedly our father was facing some type of illness, something about colon or something like that, and she wanted to, I guess, be by his side or whatever. But Britney fan is not. They're not feeling it. They're not feeling it, and that voicemail that was leaked that I just played a little clip for you guys. According to that little clip that I played, Russ said that ain't true, man. That's not true. Britney is being held against her will. Free Britney. This is where that voicemail is actually the reason when that voicemail got leaked. That is what started this whole hashtag Free Britney Spears. And her team keeps saying that, hey, Britney's okay. She was checked in because, she was scared and fearing for her life and stuff. And, Britney Spears fan is like, nah, we ain't going for it. At the same time, man, that the source that did the voicemail, he basically was saying that this Britney Spears, Britney Spears' father was actually the one who canceled the show because Britney refused to take her medication. And it's like, come on, man, is Britney 12 or almost 40? Which one is it? Britney fans ain't really going for this, man. They want the conservatorship to be, they want her to be released, and they want this conservatorship bullshit to be over with and done with and to be uplifted and all of that, because it's been 11 years, man. Come on. So here's a tweet from Adam Lieber, which is Britney Spears' old manager. He hasn't confirmed or denied the rumors, but Britney fans are like, hey, they coming after everybody. They want answers. And he tweeted this. He was like, I heard about the podcast. I haven't listened, but I haven't worked with Britney in 2+ years, and I'm not involved with her affairs. I wish her nothing but love. So that I don't know, man. It's like that raises some eyebrows. What you think? And then, of course, Heather, she responded, and she at him at Jamie Lee Spears. She was atting everybody, and she was like, "What's going on? Let Britney move back home and just live the quiet life. Hashtag Free Britney." I mean, this is just ridiculous, man. And then, if apparently Britney mom, she's liking the Free Britney hashtag, and I also heard that this right here had caused a divide in the family. But Britney mama are liking that Free Britney hashtag. Britney team allegedly has been, deleting Free Britney, hashtag Free Britney, and taking it down, getting it deleted or whatever like that. So fans are having to go to Britney Mom's page just as a safe haven or something. And then on top of that, her manager, after he got this massive raise, he quit. And people thinking that her lawyer, they're thinking that he quit because, he don't want anything to do with what's going on, you know what I'm saying? And this is just really bad. Britney Spears, at one time she talked about, not having the passion for it and being too controlled and stuff like that. And like I told you, I mentioned earlier about the Carson Daly situation, where he said about how, strict the team was about interview questions. Like, this is really, really bad, man, if this is really true. And with her mom liking the hashtag Free Britney post, I really believe that this is really going on. I mean, if something wasn't going on and the people was talking about it, I don't think my mom would be out there, hitting the like button on something that's not true. So let's keep this going. I'm definitely, I know I joked about it a little bit in this video, in this auto, but hey, I'm so down for the cause right now. Let's keep this going. Free Britney, because there's no reason for a person, as anybody, period, no matter how famous you are, how many albums you sold, how many fans you got, I don't care who you are, and her father, how you gonna threaten to take her children away from him? Like, that's just too much control. Britney is a grown ass woman. She had her mental breakdown, and y'all are gonna drive her insane. Like, with this, everybody needs some type of excitement in their life, and especially as an adult, nobody wants to be controlled like that. And I honestly think that Britney is capable of living and running her own life. And another thing, with all this going on, it really explains Britney. It really, because I'm really just getting into this day, and it really explains Britney. Cause I've been wondering why over the years, especially within the past 10, 11 years, she seems so disconnected, and it's like, I understand why, man. This is terrible, man. Hashtag Free Britney, man. I really appreciate Mojo. Like, we good today. Miss Mojo, I appreciate you guys and the other videos that I watched, Access and a couple more, and everything else that I read. I didn't write nothing down because I didn't think that I was going to go this deep into it, but I really appreciate all the information because I am definitely on the Free Britney train, and I want you to come over here to leave some shit. You never had no else.
Okay, so what do you think is going on? Do you think she's being held against her will?
In my opinion, yes, I do think that Britney is being held against her will.
Yes. If the information we're given is true, and we feel that it is, we believe she's being held there against her will, and that she, did not go there by choice.
And you said dangerous situation. How dangerous?
I guess, to me, the danger would be in being in some sort of... I think there's danger in being in an institution when you don't want to be there. I think that could be dangerous to your mental health, to your physical health. Again.
And have you been able to confirm that she's being held against her will?
We have received several people that have corroborated the timeline that she has been... Yeah, we've received information from several people who have confirmed that she is there not by her choice, and that she has been there since earlier mid-January.
So Britney works like crazy, raises her 2 kids. In what world is it okay that after 11 years, this 37-year-old Britney is still under conservancy?
So I was watching Entertainment Tonight. I don't know, was it last night or the night before? I can't remember, because I was in the process of, to be honest, I know I was doing something else, and I know I had to leave. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I was in the process of going out to do something, like to head to the store. I think to go get something to eat or something. And so I left before E ran their segment or their little content about Britney Spears. But I'm like, Britney was doing good. You know, she's been doing good. I've been jamming to Glory since it came out, for real, to be honest. Like 2 years ago. It's been like going on 3 years that Glory was released. And I'm still, if I'm dancing. By the way, that is a basement bop. If I'm dancing off the Britney Spears Glory album, that's a basement bop, man. That was like one of the best songs on that album and one of the best songs I heard from Britney. And it's a totally, you know, it's a banger for real, but it's not, this right here is not about that. I already got this song saved for Basement Pop. But I was like, what's going on with Britney? Because I thought she'd been, you know, just chilling, you know. Do she still got her Vegas thing going on? I'm not even sure about that, but I thought Britney been chilling. And all of a sudden, I just been hearing, you know, Britney's been held against her will. What's wrong with Britney? And I'm just asking this question, like, what is wrong with Britney? And I don't know. I'm just concerned, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not a diehard Britney Spears fan, but I must say I'm concerned. And if anybody, I mean, my question is, who actually believed Britney's statement?
When I tell you, Britney Spears, that Glory album.
I mean, I don't want to not believe her, but it just don't seem right. She don't even seem like she believe herself in that video. I just say free Britney, man.
I tell you, man, it's every time. Everybody that I have heard this song, it's just like, they love it, man.
I miss Britney.
Britney Spears, If I'm Dancing, off her latest album, Glory, man. Come on, get into it. Hey, it's my favorite part. Did you get that? Hey.
Britney didn't have to hurt her like that, man. She didn't have to hurt him like that, bro.
What I tell you.
Thank y'all for listening, man. This is Top Music NT Pod Show. I'm your host, King Philippe, man. You know I love it.
Blackout 2.0. Blackout Part 2. You know? Hey. Your gravity has got me drowning in devotion.